What's going on, Rockstar? Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to stop pushing and start spiritually selling and aligning. So let's talk about this. First of all, nobody wants to be pushed into selling something. Oh, wait. Before we do, I do want to mention as you come in here, let us know who you are and where you're coming in from. Before I forget, and before I get into this training, I do want to let you know that the top bonus challenge is just around the corner. So I'm super excited to be leading this with those of you who are joining us. So guys, let's talk about this. Why is it so important to start spiritually selling and aligning? And what exactly does that mean? If you are in the industry of sales, which I know that you are, and in an industry that is notoriously known for pushing, you're doing it all wrong, if that's what you're doing. So I want to talk to you about the fifth law of spiritual success. Okay, you guys ready for this fifth law of spiritual success? And then I'm going to talk to you about the sixth law of spiritual success today as well. But let's start with the fifth. And you may be wondering, where's 1, 2, 3, and 4? And if you're interested and you love the fifth and sixth law of spiritual success, then I'll definitely cover 1 through 4 with you as well. Does that sound fair? Cool, guys. All right, so let's do this. The fifth law of spiritual success is the law of intention and desire. So what exactly does that mean? First of all, energy and information exist everywhere in nature. A flower is composed of energy and information. And the only difference between a flower, a tree, and you and I is the way that that information and that energy is organized, okay? So you're like, what the heck does this have to do with sales? Keep on listening. Let's get there. So then there's this thing called the quantum field. And the quantum field exists all around us. And what it is it's just another label for the field of pure consciousness or pure potentiality. This quantum field is 100% impacted by your intention and desire. So what does that mean? So I don't know if you've heard about, there's an experiment that was run years and years ago, and it's called the double slit experiment. And in that experiment, what it actually said, or what it showed, was that molecules of matter, when observed, they pushed a bunch of marbles through these 2 slits in this wall, and they made a certain pattern. And then they started pushing molecules through and thinking they'd make the same pattern, and they didn't, right? But what they observed was that when they said, well, now we're going to put up a camera and we're going to observe how these molecules actually behave. Which of the 2 slits are they going through? Because they were acting all funny, right? They were just acting all funny. Well, what happened was, when observed, the molecules would pick one slit or the other. And scientists were like, what the heck is this about? Well, basically what it meant was that the molecules realized that they were being observed, and they were impacted by the observer. So if light bulbs aren't going off in your head right now, then you may not quite be getting the correlation. I'm going to explain that to you. Guess what we're composed of? Molecules of matter. That's what we are. And the observer, you, has an impact on the molecules yourself, the molecules that you are made of, right? As well as the molecules in the quantum field. Now, this whole study of quantum science and the quantum field, it's real. And you are no different when it comes to the grander scheme of things than the universe, the planets, the stars, and all of that other stuff. Then we're all the same thing, right? Energy, waves of energy, particles, matter, molecules. So here's what's so cool in that, is that when you can give pure attention and intention, which I'll describe what the difference is now, you have the ability to create what you want in your life, in your sales, okay? So first of all, attention energizes, right? It's when you give attention to something, you're energizing that thing. So let's talk about how it relates to you. When you give attention to your sales and you're focused on what's going on in your world, right? Maybe you haven't got out on the board. Maybe you're low down on the board. Perhaps you just you're getting a certain type of tour. That is giving attention to the thing. And then there's intention, okay? So intention actually transforms. So intention, by the way, let me know if you're following me and that it's making sense. Intention is transformational. Your intention to be a number one performer is it transforms. Your intention to be at the top of the board, to hit a certain bonus level, transforms, right? So here's the thing, whatever you put your attention on, will grow stronger in your life. It will expand for you. And conversely, or the opposite side of that, is where whatever you take your attention away from will wither away, disintegrate, disappear, and just be gone. So when we're often in a place of struggling, or quote unquote, not just in a funk, out of flow, not selling, hit a wall, whatever you want to call it, where is your attention? Your attention is on the fact that you're not selling, right? And when your attention is on the place that you are not selling, then what you're creating is more not selling. Energy goes where your attention flows. Attention flows. And I had a personal epiphany with this recently. By the way, tag somebody in this if you are watching this training live who should be hearing this, or even on a replay, who should be hearing this. And I had a recent epiphany that I was focused on all the things I didn't want because that was my current meaning, like the meaning that I had given things in my life at the moment was that, oh, this thing isn't working. This thing isn't working. And so what started happening was, well, everybody around me was feeling like this thing isn't working. And guess what continued to grow? This thing that wasn't working. Because energy goes where your attention flows, and literally what you put your attention on will grow stronger in your life. So I want you to ask yourself right now, obviously you're here and you're listening for a reason. Where's your attention right now? Where is your attention? And I want you to share that in the chat. Share, if you have the ability to chat right now, share it in the chat. Where's your attention? Is it on what specifically is happening in your business that you feel like your attention is on? Is it on selling, or is it on the fact that you're not selling? Is it on the tours that you're getting or the tours that aren't buying? Is it on the certain type of tours? What is your attention on right now? And I promise you, it's why you are where you are right now. Okay? Whether it's all the good things and things flowing and moving, or are you focused on your current reality? Okay? So intention now. So the fifth spiritual law of success is the law of intention and desire, as I mentioned. And intention is the real power behind desire, right? Desire is like you want something so bad. Intention is the real power behind it. And here's the problem though. Intent alone it's very powerful because intent alone is very powerful because desire without I'm messing up my words. Intent alone is very powerful because intent is desire without attachment. That's what I was trying to say. Thanks for bearing with that struggling to come out of my mouth. Okay, so now that we got that out, it's when you have intent, it's intention is desire without attachment to the outcome. So I want you to think about that. How attached are you to the outcome that you desire? Are you so attached that it's stifling? It's like it's smothering you. Or is it like, yeah, that's what I want, and I'm okay if it doesn't happen? Now, a lot of you 1%ers out there are going, I can't believe she's talking about that. You might be thinking, well, what does that mean? So for example, if you desire something such as achieving President's Club, hitting President's Club or Chairman's Club, or whatever the top honors or awards, or some sort of true up bonuses, whatever it is, Sapphire, all the stuff that your companies give out. If you are so attached to that, right, that your desire is so strong that you want it so bad, you are making your success, the meaning of who you are, completely attached to you getting and hitting that outcome. See, desire alone is weak because desire in most people is attention with attachment. Attention with attention with attachment. So that in itself means that you are so attached to the outcome, and the universe doesn't respond that way. What the universe does is the universe says, oh, you are forcing this thing rather than allowing this thing that you want. And I remember a former mentor of mine who used to say, Lisa Sasvich, who used to say that be committed to your potential buyers, your prospects, your tours, your guests, whatever you call them. Be committed to them, but be attached to the detached to the outcome. So be committed, but unattached. Be committed to them giving you a decision today. Be committed to helping them see the vision of what's possible for them tomorrow. Be committed to them, to helping them see, to understand, to grasp like what your product can do for them. But be unattached to the outcome. And that's the beautiful difference between intention and desire. Because desire, you're so attached to that outcome that if you don't get it, it means something about you. It means that you're not good enough, perhaps, that you're not capable enough. Or what does that mean? It means that you suck as a rep, right? Like whatever that means in your mind. And certainly reject all of that if it doesn't apply to you. But some of you have light bulbs coming off, or like we like to call it, little popcorn moments, right? Happening right now. And I want you to really look at what are you putting out there? Are you putting out an intention? First of all, do you have an intention, or are you unclear about what it is you specifically want? Because that's the first step, is to look at, am I just showing up hoping to get an outcome? Well, no wonder why the outcome that maybe you ideally want is not happening, because you're unclear and you're not putting out to the world, the universe, in your mind, gaining clarity to your subconscious mind, the part of your mind that gets the goals and the outcome, what it is that you want. See, way too many people just show up every day hoping and praying for a good day. Like, I hope and pray for a good day. Great. Praying's okay, and it's great, and it's necessary for many people. And I pray all the time. But praying's not going to get you what you want alone. You have to get clear on what you want. You can't just say, like, help me. Help you what? And God's like, help. What do you want me to help you with? I thought I was doing pretty good, right? You have to get clear. And the challenge, by the way, let me know, guys, the more you engage with this, the more people will see this. So ask questions. Let me know that you're following me. Let me know if this absolutely makes sense to you and that you're enjoying it and how it's applying to you as well. So any of those popcorn moments that are happening, drop them in the comments below, and be sure to tag your coworkers and friends who should be hearing this and share this out. So it's really important to get clear on what you want. And for the new people out there who are selling and you're new to this whole industry, you should have some clarity too. And even if that clarity is one family's life, I'm going to change one family's life, because it always starts with one, right? That clarity is really essential. And detachment. So this leads us to the sixth spiritual law, number 6, or the 6th spiritual law of success. And by the way, why am I even doing this? So first of all, I always look at my life and the outcomes that I want to create from a very strategic and tactical perspective. Yes. How do we create the plan that gets us there? Because you got a big goal and a big plan. You're a big outcome that you desire, rather. You can't just get there by wishful thinking. It takes strategy. It takes fine-tuning skills. It takes fine-tuning a mindset and what I call brain set to get there. Because the person who wants the goals over here that I desire, I am not yet. I want you to get that. The person who has the $1 billion business that I desire someday is not the person who I am now, or I would have it. Does that make sense? And so the person who has this goal and who has fulfilled upon the goal, who has the outcome, I must become. If I want to own a certain type of business or enterprise, then I have to become the person who has that type of business. If I want to hit a certain bonus level in my month and make a certain amount of income, you, for example, then you have to be that person who does that. If you want to achieve $3 million a year, $5 million a year, whatever, $7, $10 million a year in sales, some of you are just hoping for $1 million, and that's okay. Well, then you have to be the person who is writing that amount of volume, because I promise you, you are not currently that person right now. And if this is starting to make sense, drop some popcorn emoji in the chat. And I like the little pops. Some of you know from who've been in our trainings before, right? You have to become that person because you're not them right now. So that sixth law, this one's really critical. The sixth spiritual law of success is the law of detachment. Detachment. So in order to acquire anything in the physical universe, you have to relinquish your attachment to it. You have to let it go. You have to detach from the outcome. And here's the thing, you don't give up intention and you don't give up the desire. You keep those really strong. You give up your attachment to the outcome. Does that make sense? So perhaps you want to, for those of you, first of all, what do you all want to write this month? What do you want to sell this month? Drop it in the chat, and it's okay. Everybody has a different desire. What do you, if you don't know now yet, write it down now, depending, wherever you're at for the month is okay. What is your intention from now until the end of the month? Okay. And you may want to say where you're at now and what you want to write or how much you want to sell. Or perhaps it's an income amount you want to make. That's fine too. We all think about things differently. If you don't know how much you need to sell to get to that outcome, you got to get clear on that or you'll never get there, right? Your subconscious mind has no idea what it needs you want it to do to go out and create for you in this universe of infinite possibility of pure potentiality if you're not clear. So write down your goals and what your intention is. And then I want you to ask yourself, how attached or detached are you from that outcome? And here's how that unveils itself. What happens is that there is a feeling of desperation that occurs when we feel like we are disconnected or detached from our outcome. Meaning your outcome's here, the goal that you want is here, and you're all the way over here, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so far away, and I'm so desperate to get the damn sales. Guess what the universe says? Ooh, I don't like your energy. You're not selling from the right place. You're selling from a place of desperation and pushiness and fear. And people, your tours, your guests, your potential buyers are, no wonder they're pulling away. They're like, I don't like his energy either. I don't like her energy. They're not consciously saying that necessarily, but they're feeling it. It's detracting. It's pulling them away. So rock stars, if you're acting out of desperation, number one, you're acting out of fear. And that's not the place you want to act out of. You want to act out of love, and you want to act out of total surrender. And so if the outcome and you achieving that outcome defines who you are, then I promise you, you are not acting out of the spiritual, you are not obeying the spiritual laws of success. When you detach from that outcome and the meaning that you not hitting that outcome, that you're okay with it, yeah, I still have the pure intention and total desire to achieve this, and I'm putting so much focused energy toward it, but man, I am okay if I do not achieve it. It means nothing about me. I am completely okay. I'm just going to continue being the person that I am every single day. There is a huge difference in energy out there. Who feels the difference in that? Do you feel the difference in, I'm still going to be the person who shows up the same way every single day, like a one percenter, because that's who you are. You got to be the one percenter in your mind first before you'll ever get the outcome of the one percenter. And the energy that you put out is that you are committed to getting there, but you are unattached to the outcome. I hope you enjoyed this, rock stars, and that it really is lighting up some, neural connections for you and just getting you excited about what's possible. If you enjoyed this training today, I encourage you to come get some more. we have our top bonus training that's happening at toplevelbonus.com, and it starts very soon, in less than 48 hours, depending on when you're watching this. And join us at toplevelbonus.com. We talk about all kinds of things like this and more, and really in a way that allows you to tap into that law of pure potentiality and what's possible. So that's another one of the laws that maybe we'll cover. But if you like this, let me know. And if you want me to do more of these, I can cover all 7 spiritual laws of success, and really how you can start tapping into them to create an incredibly empowering life of your dreams. All right, rock stars, you're amazing. Share this out with somebody that you love and who you care about, and lead from faith and love as opposed to fear. Change some lives today, rock stars. We'll see ya. Peace.